Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or much will depending on your location. Please join in our struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos, news updates. If the judiciary is emasculated, then say goodbye to democracy in Nigeria. Lawyer is saying. Now, a lawyer talking about Ź00 FG.Bgsmå Esquire is the past secretary of the Nigerian Bar Association Ikeja branch. He said, look, on this dependence or independence, whatever, of the zoo, say, look, it's only the independence of the judiciary can actually give way for independence indeed for the zoological zoo. That if they are still emasculating judiciary, nothing for them, it is autocracy, dictatorial and everything. So people should not think, oh, we have free speech, we're in a democracy. So no, you must allow this judiciary to have independence. Let them say something they want to say, not being influenced by the executive. And they will say, oh no, we're not doing that. Whereas what we are seeing in judiciary is the executive rascality. I was saying there, executive rascality in the judiciary. They are influencing them. This doctrine of separation of powers not working. The man said, look, if Nigeria judiciary is emasculated, no headway for the contraption. Look, he said the effect of the Biafran war is still telling on Nigeria. Nigeria has not recovered from it. That's what the law is saying. So the effect of Biafran war is still there. It's evident on the country. They are still reeling from it. All right, let me quote part of his statement. Quote, in the past 63 years, their country has withered the storms of military rule and the civil war from which she has not completely recovered. We have tried to focus on things that unite us rather than the things that divide us as a people. In the midst of all the economic and political uncertainties, with cost of living going high with it, we have remained resolute in our determination to survive and to build a better Nigeria. However, the only independence Nigerians will be glad to celebrate at this point in our history is the independence of the judiciary. This arm of government is usually touted as the last hope of the common man. It is the bastion of whatever is left as hope for the generality of Nigerians, particularly the middle and lower classes. It will spell doom for any country if the people completely give up on her judiciary. Nigeria is on the borderline to this doom. The task of ensuring that the judiciary is indeed independent rests on us as legal practitioners. Clearly, the executives, whether at the state or federal level, prefers the maintenance of this present order, where the judiciary is completely subjugated and made an appendage of the executive, where the heads of the judicial arms are given periodic handouts as funding for the running of the courts, where the governors will decide on and approve who becomes a judge, where some agencies of the government teleguide the judges and sometimes influence the outcome of judgments, and where judgments and rulings of courts are disobeyed by the executives and the agencies without any consequences. As we celebrate the independence of Nigeria, we must therefore begin to ask questions and take actions that will ensure the independence of the judiciary. Until this is achieved, Nigeria and Nigerians will never know true political independence. It has generally become opposite to ask ourselves certain honest questions, and be bold enough to answer them. And where the answers are in the negative, we must take steps to correct the mistakes. If the judiciary is emasculated, then we can as well kiss this fragile democracy goodbye. End of quote. Now, this is what the man said. Nigerians have been struggling to unite themselves. Nowhere. It is not working. That's what he's saying here. So they have been trying to make sure that those things that divide them, they're not talking about it. Rather, they're saying those things that unite them. Far. In all these things, what are you still saying? You are still saying the division, fragmentation, polarization is there. The leaders are doing it. It is their stock in trade. They are using it to exploit the country, to make it dry, to loot the oil in Biafra land. That is what they're doing. So they won't stop it. If you tell them, oh, they stop it, oh, they should stop funding the embers of division, they will not listen to you. They're going to fund these embers of division because that's how they benefit, that's how they enjoy, that's how they eat. They enjoy it. Why the waters is troubled? They fish. So you want them to allow the water to be calm? Nowhere. Nowhere. So that is why we are saying all these things. This man is saying, oh, dear Nigeria marks 63 years independence. Who is dear Nigeria? Dear Nigeria that have seen its citizens suffer in abject poverty. Dear Nigeria that have seen its citizens, being killed on daily basis by unknown persons, terrorists who are migrating from this earth. Dear Nigeria that have seen its people suffer, terribly. Dear Nigeria have denied its citizens the right to life, the right to health, the right to, basic amenities of life. That is a dear Nigeria. They have destroyed the contraption. Stop this dear Nigeria. Nigeria as a country is irredeemable. That is the point. So the man is talking about the judiciary. He said, look, without this, nothing. So, and that is what is happening. So we are watching them. Even as Kanu'S case comes up on Thursday, the 5th. Yes? Let's see. Because that is the bone of contention. Say judiciary have to be independent. But are they independent? No. They are being teleguided by the executive. The way they structure the country, the constitution is a fraud. I've said it. 1999 constitution foisted on the people by the military junta. No, fraudulent document. The governor appointed the chief justice, the chief judge of the state. The president appoints the chief justice of the federation. You see? Yes, the chief judge in the state is being appointed by the governor. The chief justice in Nigeria is being appointed by the president. So what do you think? No independence. They give them handouts. Oh, to run the courts and the rest of it. So while money is supposed to be there for them to assess on their own. Look at what is happening at the local government level. Nigeria is beyond mequatarism. Governors they are bullying the local government, taking their money. Even when it is written, it will not be implemented. And see, Nigeria is in tatters. When Muslim can say this is a zoological show, you have seen it all before he made that statement. And that is real and fact. It's a factual statement. Many who disagree with him has come to realize that, he made a point. Okay? So, independent of the judiciary, the Supreme Court, we are saying this, the case at hand. You must listen and do what the appellate court have done by discharging and acquitting Nnamdi Kanu. Do not take this country to 200 years back by your judgment or whatever. That is it. Help those who are in the contraption for now.